I was just here for the tax sale to get my property sold. Out of all the properties they were going to sell, they pulled mine, even though I didn't pay the taxes, nor do I intend to. Let me tell you exactly why that happened. So when my son turned 18, my oldest son, I designated him as a power of attorney for my affairs, all my affairs. That was just done as a matter of formality because I didn't want to just drop dead or get into an accident or something, and nobody can access my financial records or my real estate specifically. And I was told that in order to have this durable power of attorney be 1000% legal, foolproof, no issues with it whatsoever, I was told to draw up this power of attorney. I did it myself and have it signed and notarized and put it into the county records. Things can happen that I have an adult designated person to manage my affairs and has access to everything, because I know from experience how difficult it is to navigate somebody's death and somebody's disability, which I had experienced in both cases with my parents. I wanted to make sure at least like I have all my ducks in a row. So in the state of Georgia, you can draw up a power of attorney, you can put it in your safe at home or whatever, and it's completely legal for all your financial affairs except for real estate. So if that power of attorney will grant him access to the records of my bank, investment accounts, my Coinbase account, just anything and everything, my medical records, whatever, but not my real estate. He won't be able to sell or buy or in any case do anything with my real estate unless that power of attorney is actually filed at the courthouse in Chatham County and sealed, signed and delivered or whatever. So I did that. And my son completely understood that. And so what happened is they put my property on this particular tax sale only to send certified letters and make phone calls, incidentally, to my number, because I didn't give him my son's number, I gave him my number. And also they send certified mail to my address, which my son has moved out since. But in any case, I didn't get the certified mail because I wasn't there and they hadn't redelivered it yet because they just did this Friday and today's Tuesday. In any case, I was like, oh, cool, property's going to sale. So I walk in and I get the actual, I'm going to show it to you. This is their advertisement of what they're actually going to sell. And as you can see, there's a couple, there's only one crossed out right there, and it's mine. So I walked to the revenue office. I was like, hey, you guys took off my property. I want to sell it. What's the deal? I still want you guys to sell it. And they're like, oh yeah, we pulled it. Do you have a power of attorney? And I'm like, no, I wasn't even thinking at the time. They're like, well, we found a power of attorney filed at the courthouse for your son, Julian T. Spencer. Show us your ID. So long phone conversation. They're like, why do you want to sell it? I was like, what do you want me to do with it? I can't sell it on my own. Nobody wants it. And there's a decrepitated manufactured home on it that has been sitting empty for a long time. I don't want this property. I want the overage. I know people are going to bill a lot of money for it, and I was getting excited. And they pulled it. And with the word saying that they have to be able to notify not just me, but also my son as the designated durable power of attorney person, to notify him positively that he knows this sale is happening. And they did send a certified letter to my address. Like I said, I didn't get it. And I did get 2 phone calls in the last week or so from the revenue number, which I didn't get, and there was no message left. So basically they send a certified mail to me, which I did open, and they send certified letter to my son, which he didn't open because he doesn't live there. And they called, which they always called my number because I didn't even give him my son's number. Needless to say, this property will be sold off again the next time they have a sale. Who knows when that is. And they will be contacting my son again and me And I will have to have just a discussion with my son and tell him that, hey, this is happening. Can you just acknowledge that the sale is happening so we can move this thing forward? The roadblock today was that I did not realize that the power of attorney will have complete full knowledge at any point in time of all of my affairs. I thought the power of attorney hops into place when there is a disability or if there is a death. I did not know that the durable power of attorney is pretty much valid at any time. I will have to make a phone call to my attorney, or an email rather, and just verify that, because I'm not sure I really like that. Power of attorneys are for when you can't do your own affairs. They're not for when you still can do your own affairs. That's what I thought. But, you know, you live and learn. That's why we're here. That's why we have this channel, and I'm glad you're here. So you are learning with me. But you know what? This sale is actually happening already, so I'm going to go in there and check it out anyways. And as a PS, it's actually pretty good that the sale is being delayed, because the more time goes by, the more values of properties increase and more money I'm gonna get. So good with me. I did stay for the auction. There was 8 or 9 properties that were being auctioned off. Of course, they didn't call mine, which was kind of a bummer. There was good people there. So I just stayed and observed how many people were bidding. And there was maybe 8, 9 parties. I observed the ones that had the deepest pockets, and prior to going there, I had actually scribbled down my name and number on a couple pieces of paper, and so I just gave those out to people. It had my name, my phone number, and the file number they were bidding that was pulled, and told them, I'm Julia Spencer, and I do want to sell the property, so just contact me. Of course, I didn't give them my real number. There's a voicemail, so we'll see. If anything, we'll make good connections, and nothing, I'll just wait for the next tax sale. And thank goodness for any property here in Savannah, Georgia, we also have a county tax sale coming up. So 2 taxing authorities, 2 opportunities for tax sales, 2 opportunities to make money. So another lesson learned in the city of Savannah: if your property is being sold at a tax sale, just don't sign for any certified mail, and don't answer any phone calls from the Savannah Revenue Department, and then you can't sell your property.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.
Which, by the way, have this nice, beautiful building, and they had to sale outside, not even in the shade, in the freaking sun. And even though the sale only lasted 45 minutes, if you have a building like that, do the sale inside. Come on, you can change the rules a little bit. People were cooking, and on top of that, people standing in the shade a little bit outside where the auctioneer lady was, under the trees. And she's like, no, you guys need to come closer so I don't have to talk so loud. Why don't we go inside this beautiful building back there